former President李登輝, who has avoided the question of whom he supports ahead of the presidential election, appeared in a press conference today to make this announcement.
我决定将我这一票投给谢长廷先生。
Lee, who's also the spiritual leader of the party he founded, the TSU, said he would vote for the DPP's Frank Xie. Lee said he did not want other people to speak for him about which candidate he's favoring, so he decided to say it himself. He denied that he's looking to support a particular party. Instead, he says he's trying to decide who'll bring a better future for the Taiwanese people. Lee added that a national leader must have the capability of carrying out policies to bring long-term prosperity to the people. Lee is also calling on voters to cherish Taiwan's democracy and make their choice carefully. Members of the Taiwan Competitiveness Forum are calling on voters to cast their ballots on Saturday in a timely and peaceful manner. The forum's convener, Lin Jianfu, compared the election to a baseball game already in the bottom of the ninth. He called for the poll to be concluded as scheduled and not to go into overtime. Lin said an extended election battle would affect not only Taiwan's democracy and freedom, but also its human rights and economy. He urged the losing side to accept defeat gracefully and try again in 4 years. Lin also called on leaders of both the KMT and DPP camps to come together after the election to work on reconciling their differences, no matter which side wins. In world news, the Bush administration is calling for talks between China and Tibet's spiritual leader and restraint in dealing with protesters. AP correspondent Barry Schweid reports.
British Prime Minister Gordon Brown says he has assurances from China that it would hold talks with the Dalai Lama, but the Tibetan spiritual leader would have to renounce independence for Tibet and all violence. The State Department, supporting talks, says the Dalai Lama is not calling for Tibet's independence, but for dialogue with the Chinese. In the meantime, clashes continue in Tibet and in Tibetan areas of mainland China. Barry Schweid at the State Department.
In health news, a new study in the New England Journal of Medicine says old blood could be very dangerous for heart surgery patients. The AP's Ed Donahue reports.
Research done at the Cleveland Clinic shows heart surgery patients are more likely to die or suffer problems if they receive blood transfusions that are more than 2 weeks old. The study underscores worries that blood deteriorates with age. The report was limited to surgery patients. The Food and Drug Administration has a rule allowing blood to be stored for up to 6 weeks. The FDA calls the findings provocative, and more rigorous tests are needed before it will review its blood storage policy. I'm Ed Donahue.